So today I want to talk about the Astros third base situation. We went through the outfield and talked about that. There's a lot of questions out there. We'll come back to that later as spring training progresses. Third base, I'm going with Isaac Paredes. There's some speculation that maybe Cam Smith, Bryce Matthews, some of the top prospects can come in and play third base. Maybe it's Zach DeCenzo. Um, I'm not sure about that. I don't think Smith or Matthews are ready for the major leagues quite yet, although they will be soon. DeCenzo might be able to play there some. I don't know that he's going to be the answer to start the year, and I really don't know about Paredes moving to second base and Jose Altuve in left field. So we might see some of that, but I don't think that's going to be the base lineup for Joe Espada to start the season. I think you're going to see Paredes mostly at third base, Altuve at second base, with a little bit of movement around. But for the most part, this is what you'll see, and I think you're going to see a lot of this from Paredes. Uh, Ignore the fact that he's not playing for the Astros here. I know it's painful to watch for Astros fans, but now he's in our colors. So, and I think he's going to take some advantage of those Crawford boxes and really adjust his game plan to allow himself to take advantage. So, with that, let's take a look at his metrics. So he's not a elite bat speed guy. He only has a bat speed of 68.2 miles an hour, which is actually about a mile an hour lower, a little bit over a mile an hour lower than Jose Altuve's bat speed. But what he does well is he gets on base. He makes the pitchers come to him. He waits them out. He takes a lot of pitches. He doesn't swing at pitches outside of the zone. He hit 31 home runs in 2023. I expect him to be right around that 30 home run mark again in 2025. I think 24 was an off year for him, but with the Crawford boxes playing to his advantage, you see right here in his hit spray chart, he's going to add a few home runs and his average will come up as well as he's able to use that to his advantage. I do think that he also has a skill set that will play well into the Astros game plan, and he has some guys around him that can help him execute that game plan a little bit more. Um, Defensively, he's not an elite guy. He doesn't have a great arm. He's not fast. He doesn't have great range. He's about average. You're downgrade, definitely downgrade from Alex Bregman defensively to Isaac Paredes. But I think Christian Walker's really going to help him defensively as the season goes on because Christian Walker's an elite defender. So what we lost in Bregman defensively, we're going to make up with Walker at first base, and that's a huge addition. I'll talk about that addition later, but I really don't think. Even though Isaac Paredes is a downgrade defensively from Alex Bregman, I don't think that it's going to transition into an overall defensive downgrade. I do want to look at his splits a little bit here, and this is in 23. But the interesting thing about Paredes is I think the Astros want to hit him in the two hole. They want to bat him second. He hasn't batted there a lot. Mostly been third, fourth, and fifth. His most success has been out of the fourth and fifth spot. And hasn't batted well at the top of the lineup. So how that translates into Houston, if he can change his approach and be a better top of the lineup hitter, I don't know. I expect to see him in the two hole. But if you look at his splits from 2023 and 2024, he hasn't really profiled into that um, slot very well. And he hasn't hit there very much to begin with anyway. We can even go back all the way to 22 and take a look. Um, just not a lot of success there in the two hole. Although in 22 he did hit 375 with 3 home runs. Only had 19 plate appearances in the two hole. Um, so we'll see how that works out for him. Maybe he can settle in there and be a weapon for the Astros out of the number two spot behind Altuve. I really like the look of the lineup: Altuve, Paredes, Alvarez, Walker, Diaz. Paredes can't hit that two hole and needs to drop into the lineup to fifth or sixth. I don't really know who bats second for the Astros, so that's going to be a challenge. Um, but all in all, I think they're in a good place at third base. I think the loss of Alex Bregman hurts, but at $30+ million a year, um, I really think that the right move was to stick with Paredes and allow the talent that we have in the system to fill in the gaps. Maybe add some free agents in the offseason next year or at the trade deadline. So that's my preview at third base. So far, we've got a big question mark in left field. I think Jake Meyers is going to hold down the center field spot. I think to start the season, you're going to see Chas McCormick in right field, and you might see him swing over to left field as Jake Milton comes up because I think he will be up at some time this year, but not to start the season right out of spring training. and then Paredes at third base. Tune in tomorrow. We'll take a look at Jeremy Pena at shortstop.